If a teacher is hardworking, if a teacher speaks and he does what he says and he follows what he says, children naturally follow the leader. Teachers are needed, not the modern teachers, but the modest teachers are needed to the children. Children happy means not by giving things, giving right ideas and right planner. The children should watch the right things with the right interest, with the right intention.
Hello and warm welcome to Great Principles. I'm your host Seema Chhoriya. Great Principles is an educational and interactive talk show that brings together best school leaders globally. I'm delighted to welcome you all to this session on children and concentration in studies. With the rise of digital distractions, it has become increasingly difficult for children to focus and concentrate for extended periods. Joining me in conversation is my very ardent educator of the day, Mr. Vincent Dcosta. He is principal of Sharada Residential School, Kunjibettu, Udupi, Karnataka. In this session, we will explore the various factors that affects child's ability to concentrate and learn effectively. We will discuss practical strategies that parents, teachers, and caregivers can use to help children improve their concentration and achieve better academic outcomes. So please welcome with me our guest of the day, Mr. Winston DeCosta. Welcome to Great Principles, sir. We are very excited to have you in conversation with us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, sir, you have chosen a very relevant topic to talk about today, and we all know that making these kids, now it's the days of shorts, reels. We talk about 30-second videos, 10 seconds videos, and with the kind of information that we want our children, it's not possible always, to give everything in these seconds. But before we understand from you the various kind of strategies, let my audience first know who Mr. Winston DeCosta is, what is his journey in education, and what was some challenges and some rewarding moments in this journey.
Yeah. Uh, I am working in Sharada Residential School, Kunjibettu, Udupi. But I have a vast experience to my credit. Uh, for the past 30 years, I am in teaching field, and I have been a principal from past 23 years. And though I am not coming from a family, my mummy did not go to study. She didn't go to the school. And my daddy went to the British school in Mangalore just for 1 month. But still, he was a great freedom fighter, and he taught me the discipline. And with lot of hardships, I had to get my education. Right from sixth standard, I started working and along with my studies, and I had to pay my fees for the school. And I remember the days, how wonderful those were when I went to school when I was just 6 years, walking 11 kilometers barefooted through the mountainous paths. And very thrilling too, where I became bold, where I learned the nature and how to adjust with the situation, and the wonderful teachers that I got who were very strict, and uh, they were very good. And with all these hardships, today it has made a man who can guide the children in all the arenas, whatever may be the difficulty whatsoever. And even never I thought that I wanted to become a teacher. Simply I studied, uh, because in my family so many children, we were 11 children. Most of them only studied up to grade 10, and Kannada medium school, no English mediums, no LKG, UKG, nothing. Then after the 10th, I went to 11th to one of the government colleges. There I got some enlightenment. Then I continued my studies and degree. When I was going on as and on, I thought of becoming a lawyer. And I was very good in arguments in the high school also. In debates, always used to in Kannada, but of course, in the debates I was good, and that made me think that I should become a lawyer. But later on, I got an opportunity uh, because I did the school where I studied. They invited me to teach take one class, just one class to fifth standard, because it was the rough class. No one used to. The children were very naughty, and they asked me, can you teach, take one lesson? I said I was not good at studies. I am not a rank holder, but I still accepted, and I got the love and affection of the children. And the children could answer to all the questions what the teachers asked after my class. And they said that you have wonderful capacity. And then they asked, can you teach the children 1 year? Then I accepted in for 1 year, and 63 children in 1994, 40 boys and 23 girls, whom I remember by name even today, and who were sitting in which bench. Even now I can remember, and that those children changed my angle. I ate with them, I sat with them, and I taught them well. And those children, really, they are the wonderful children. That became the best class, and I thought of becoming a teacher. Then I came to do B.Ed with the money which I got there. Per month I was getting 700 rupees at that time salary. That in that I saved some money and did my B.Ed. So like that, after doing B.Ed, I became the college president here in the same place where I am sitting today. Down I was playing in the same near the same school. I did my B.Ed, became the college president. Then, looking at my all the abilities and sportsmanship, everything, they gave me the teaching post here itself. And then I thought after 40 years I want to be a principal, but within 2 years I became a principal because of my active participation in all the things. And now 23 years have passed by. Yeah.
Wow, sir. What an inspiring journey you have, sir. And it is said that behind every self made man is that hardworking kid that always followed his dream. And your journey is a true example of this quote that yes, no one is self made without that kid in you who always was so passionate that yes, I will achieve that. And your entire journey shows that how passionate you were for whatever you strived for. You gave your 100% and you got back that same. And nowadays when you talk about the hardships you faced just to get educated, children don't value education, sir. That is another issue today that we face. They don't value teachers. They think that what is it that is going to give to me. So sir, inspiring from your journey, and I'm no I sure this question is out of the track, but I just want to understand from you, how can we make our children value our schooling more, value these foundational years more today?
No, really, children watch the teacher. Children watch the teacher, how prompt the teacher is, how hardworking the teacher is. If a teacher is hardworking, if a teacher speaks and he does what he says and he follows what he says, children naturally follow the leader and they will be behind me. And till today, I have seen even 6 subjects, one child was failing and he came to 10, and all the teachers didn't want that child to be taken to the school, but that boy went with first class in grade 10. And like these children, I have so many children who lost their hope in studies, but by constant support and being an example to the child, and when the child thinks that this person is for me, and that child will be continuously, the child will be taking the advice, and that child will do something for us in return. So, surely, today, the exemplary teachers are needed, not the modern teachers, but the modest teachers are needed to the children. So that is what I feel. And at that time, we can prune. And even today, here in the present school, also, and earlier, all my experiences, we have some people thought that this boy is good for nothing, but that boy is today something and he is in a good position. Today we take pride in seeing all these children in the top places. So I don't think that children don't take values, but we have to give them a set. A set should be given. Always we give gifts, right, to the children when they are small. We are giving all types of material gifts, but have the parents and teachers in the school we have a set of timetable. Is there a set of timetable at home for the child to follow? If the set of timetable is given at home, the child will follow that timetable right from the beginning, and in which even little bit TV, little bit play, that also should be added, and even fun time where parents sit together along with the child and make some fun, make some jokes, or play, enjoy, and that type of things, if the values naturally will be imbibed in the child, and the child will get chiseled well, and that will become a very great uh, person personality. And I don't come across any odd children, because if at all something has gone wrong, I think that our setup is wrong. Our setup is wrong.
Absolutely, sir.
I'm
And
very
when you
positive.
talk to this is what the expert says, the psychologist says, that it's not children are never at fault. It's we as adults who fail, to set up to be a right role model, and then we put on the pressure of our failure onto the shoulders of these little kids, and then we say that no, it's the fault of children. But yes, to all my dear viewers, I think sir has very rightly pointed out, it's we as caregivers, as teachers, as educators, as parents need to set right examples. This is what we have to do, and this is what sir has been practicing throughout his journey. And as he explained that how he still remembers who which child is sitting in which row, and how those have been his some of his lovely wonderful days of his career. So moving ahead in our conversation, sir, let us now discuss upon the topic of the day, that is children's concentration in studies. So, sir, yes, it's the new age world where we want everything in seconds. We want overnight success, and focus is a greater issue. So, let us understand, sir, what are the strategies that can be adopted to help children focus and concentrate in studies. Well, not this will not only help them academically, but going forward, even in their life, concentration is something which is needed. It's a very basic skill, sir. So please, sir,
Yeah.
share your thoughts here.
Now, uh, regarding concentration, when we talk, it looks it's an odd thing, because we cannot show it something in the like other things. Now, for example, book we can show, but to read that, to get concentration, how to get that is unseen. At that time, creating interest is important in anything. Now, for example, before starting one chapter, or when the child wants to study a book that is of the class, what is in the book? We tell so many chapters are there, so many lessons are there, so many things, big things we say. Okay, what are the interesting things in the book? If you read only, we can get that. No one says. We only say that, see, you are going to study this year so many chapters, and these all chapters are important for the exam. First only we are giving them a picture that it is going to be tough, and later on the child will understand that this is not easy. So when the child thinks that it is not easy, naturally uh, it cannot get concentration. That is the root cause, I feel. Usually when we create an interest in anything, the child will get interest. Now, for example, I remember in some of the, I take English and even history I used to teach. I remember whenever I used to prepare extremely well, so that I used to read as much as possible, and some incidents I used to think of something related to the class, and do something which they don't think, doing something what they never expect. Okay, and these things create some type of interest, and what the children will do, they don't understand what is this man going to do. Actually, chapter or something, no board, on the board, nothing is written. This man has come simply and he is going to act something or create something interest. And after that, slowly getting the points what I am going to teach, and finally they get slowly interested. And at that time, so many what are the important things in this book and which are helpful for our life, that one we highlight first. Then later on, unknowingly, those important points are also important for their exams. And at that time, children, without knowing, unknowingly, they learn the things. And in the exams, they will tell that exam is very easy. Even now, today we had exams for the children, exams are going on. The- some teacher opined that, sir, now it is exam time, so morning assembly is not needed, sir. We let them go directly to the class. I said, no, nothing doing, because let them come here. Prayer, school prayer is the time they come together, and there we begin our silence, and that silence continues in the class, and that can lead them to be better, and that coolness and calmness will help them to be calm in the examination hall, and coolly they will think and write. And I in the assembly, after the prayers, first thing is that I announce today's examination is going to be very good one and very easy. Need not worry at all. You feel free. Go to the class comfortably. Take all your things. If you want, before going, drink enough water and be happy. Happily you go. And if at all your things are one is not there, we will give you 2 more minutes extra. Get the things, we'll give you time. But be happy. And with that happiness, when we send, the result is good. And in the same way, when we prepare for a class, the child has to be prepared first. Our problem is because we are having only 40 minutes or 45 minutes, our thing is that how much we can put in. By all means, whether the now, for example, our mouth is this much, but our problem is that we have to eat a banana, we have to eat one apple, and along with that we have to eat this much rice, and this much rice has to go through this mouth only, and how to put more and more so that he becomes stronger. It is not the thing how much how together how much you give, that is not going to count. How you divide and give, that counts. And in everything, our planner is important. Planner. And after the planning, next thing is that how it can be executed. Executed in the when we enter the class only, children will be waiting, because if our previous day's class is wonderful, next day's class, I will be keeping a last thrill. Tomorrow something we are going to do, and that one you cannot even imagine. You wait and see. Shall we wind up today? So be ready tomorrow. And next morning, if I am little 1 minute late, sometimes they'll come. Sir, sir, please come. Why are you not coming? Come, we are all waiting. Okay, then you go, and all will be waiting. But if the thrill is not there, if the thrill is not there, children will not accept any teacher in the class. They consider it a burden. That is one thing where they lose concentration first. So teacher has to be well versed and well prepared, and the lesson what he is going to teach, he has to be thorough with, and he has to refer so many things and go to the class. Because today the children know so many things what the teacher doesn't know, because they have already seen in Google and all. Even so many other classes are there, online things they see and come. At that time, other than that, some interesting minute things they are waiting for, and with that you begin, and little bit of other things which are in the textbook you give, naturally the children will follow you. Next, the children should always in the class, that the silence problem is keeping silence is a problem in the class. Now they are so much disturbed, and for that First thing is that when we go and do some small exercises. Now, for example, when we, as soon as we enter the class, confirm that all children are once standing because they'll stand once and ask them to relax, stand and relax. Okay. If they want to see anybody, they can see first only. But most of the times, ah, sit straight. First thing is our teacher says sit straight first itself. So the first they will sit straight. Okay, how much time they can sit straight? It cannot be possible. First thing is that let them stand, and whomever they want to see that time, let them see. Okay, you want to smile? Smile at them once, no problem. Finished? Okay, yes. Now be seated. Okay. Now, after being seated, okay, then draw the attention. So I am going to begin now my class, and I open open the ideas with a low tone, not loud tone. When we start with a loud tone, in between somebody will talk there and they will divert the attention of others. First thing is that talk in a soft, very, very polite way, and so that the children will all come together. Their minds come to us, and finally, their minds all are concentrating on the person. Slowly give our ideas, and when we give our ideas, some activities if also are added, naturally the children will enjoy the class. And when we go, our class should be divided equally. My teaching time is this much, my notes giving time is this much, and finally, while finishing my class, before I finish my class, one rewinding work, reviewing work, that one has to be done. And while finishing, some people have a thrill of giving so much homework, so much. Okay, why to give so much homework? You always, every teacher has to think that so many subjects the child has to study. Along with that, child is also living in a family, and in family also the child is going to learn some lessons, and for that lesson to learn, the child has to speak to the parents. Nowadays children have no time to talk to the parents, because after going home also, here they have made the school subject so much heavy that they need some tuition. And when you go when you, as soon as they go home, they have to go for tuitions. If the burden is less, naturally they will not think of tuitions. They will spend the time with their parents, and when there is a conversation, bonding will be stronger, and lot of fun will be there at home. And finally life at home becomes easier, and that life at home which is easier and happier, that happiness will be coming back to school next day. Otherwise, what you have fed here all with the homework, that will go there, and mummy, daddy, everyone's time is also either wasted, or they are getting irritated, and this boy is continuously writing and writing, not reading. Most of the times complaints are this, not whole day is writing, what he is writing I don't know. He is not at all reading. So that way the child will spend time, and next day or the days will go like that, and heap, so much heap will be there finally in the child's mind, as well as the teacher gets irritated because the things are not going properly. And finally, this type of things, nowadays our children are filled with these things. Because of that, they are not at all concentrating, not at all concentrating. Our solution is with us. We are searching everywhere for the solutions. Problem is with us, and problem is within the classroom, not outside. And if the where the treasure is, always the mind also will be there. So that saying is true. So let us first, to get the concentration, what type of setup we make. We have to first teach the child at home. I insist that in every child there is a great leader, the future leader of our nation, maybe the world, maybe it is there in every child. each child. And for the child, first thing is that what we have to teach is not keeping the books in the bag. Before that, first we have to teach the children something else. And I always tell our parents to teach the child to keep his sandals neatly first. Why do you know? When we enter one home, before we go inside, we keep our sandals out. That one we are not carrying, but we don't want after that. So we keep shabbily anywhere, anyhow. It will be there scattered, and we forget about that. And next we want only the next day or next time when we come out only, and we are not bothered. And I tell you, in in front of whose house the sandals are not kept properly, in their kitchens, vessels are also not set properly. And not only that, one child who has not kept his sandals neatly, he doesn't keep his tie, belt, bag, uniform neatly in the room. This is sure. You can, anyone who has heard this today, you please test it and you give me the feedback, you will accept it. And one more thing is that the children are not taught to keep the books in the bag, only they are taught to bring the books to the school. The children don't keep the books systematically. Now we have first language, second language, third language, maths, science, social. Okay, these many subjects. In bigger classes, first language always will be carrying more marks in certain schools. You like in state schools, first language is for 125. So 25 marks more it gives. So we have to keep it very safe. Why 25 more marks we are getting if more than other subjects? 125 means something very great marks. So keep that book first here, which should touch our back properly every day. In the bag, it should be first language, first textbook, then it's notes, then second language textbook, it's notes, third language, it's notes, then after that maths, then maths textbook, it's notes, and then science textbooks, notes, and social studies textbooks and notes, like that. Then after that, next compartment, always two compartments in the bag, next compartments, copywriting maybe, or there are essay writing books maybe, and other things, atlas maybe. It should be that side systematically. And if at all, if they stick one sticker according to the arrangement of books, how it is kept in the bag when they open this way, when the zip is open, the chit is seen, how the books are kept accordingly, it should be there. Even if somebody sees the bag, it should be like that. And after the, but the one question, please note, periods will not be there. One classes when they hold, periods will not come like first language, first, second language, not like that. At random it comes, but still after use of the book, the book should go exactly to the same place how the arrangement is given. And if every child is taught first thing to keep the books properly, the child's half of the mental abilities will be saved. Many of times in the classes, give me your social studies notes, social studies, social studies. So it was there here. Then looking in the desk, even at home, if it is mummy, did you see? And where mummy can carry that book, she will not carry to the kitchen. And like that, they are confused. Mind is confused. They don't have a system. So we have to teach the children first, if they need concentration, keeping the books neatly, keeping the books neatly. Secondly, at home, where they sit for reading, the place should be clear place where good light is there, and no photos in front of that. In front of the child, no photos should shine there, only plain one wall. And if at all they need to get concentration, one nail if there is very good. Because I used to do that. I used to put a nail in front of my table, one to the wall. That is, when I don't get concentration, I will look at the nail top. Okay, and when my both the eyes concentrate on the nail, exactly the face there. After that, slowly I used to open the book and keep in front of me, and at that time I used to get concentration. And same method, I advise my students also to do that, not keeping all the photos. Just how many photos are there, so much diversion will be there. And if at all children want to do something, they can keep a calendar which is empty calendar, and that calendar is to paste some of the formulas which they have written prepared here. They can once in a way in front of them, if they want, they need it, no, so they can paste there. And after that is over, they understand all the things, they can remove that, and next something else they can put. Like that we can keep a wall chart there, where the children make use of the things. And for all the concentration, peaceful mind is very, very important. And to get peaceful mind, good food habits, good food habits, intake of enough water, and without forgetting going to the urinals in time. Many a time children don't want to go, lazy to go to the urinal or washrooms. They are simply sitting, still sitting and waiting. I don't know, till the last minute, and after that getting all, not getting concentration here. So this also though it is a small thing, it counts a lot for the health of the child as well as concentration. So if I in order to bring it together,
Sum it up.
let
Yeah.
us give our children like a gift, a setup in the sense, a home timetable in the school, in the at the same time a timetable to study at home. If it is given from the school, it's wonderful. The teacher should give a timetable from school now, and they have to ask the child to show the timetable to their parents. And according to their setup at home, the parents can correct, because in at home their prayer time or bhajan time may be separate, so they can mention that there, and they can reset the timetable, because the dinner time may be different for all the people, so they can put those timings there, and they can fix along with that. And parents both have to sign, father and mother both have to sign that this timetable we have seen, and two copies should be made. One in the child's book, it should be there. One at home where the child sits there, it should be there. And both should come back to the teacher, class teacher should sign that home timetable, and it should go to the principal also, so that principal sees that once. And once it is just at least teacher has seen, principal signs also, children will feel that no, no, my timetable is seen by the class teacher, my timetable is seen by the principal. And principals, if at all good remarks, then if the timetable is very good, one appreciation if it is there, wonderful, the child will be very happy. And finally the child will keep, because there is signature of the principal, class teacher, and the child will preserve there at home. And parents also need not worry, because, and there is one more feedback timetable. Feedback timetable is given to the child once in a week, or once in 15 days. Parents will give sign in that and say that the child is following the timetable. Because now and then children may forget following timetable. At that time they can uh, get a feedback template in that only, whether the date as well as today's day and date, whether the child has followed the timetable or not. Yeah, followed the timetable or did not follow the timetable. If not followed, what was the reason? Maybe there one function, they had a function at home, or they had gone for a function, they will write reason is there. But child will be accountable, and child understand this is important, I have not done, I have to manage it somewhere else. So alternate something ideas the child can write there, and one column should be given. And if the system is given to the child, surely children will get concentration. And first of all, let us keep our children happy. Let the
Happy.
children happy means not by giving things, giving right ideas and right planner, and so that children can use that planner well. Okay, so this is a base for concentration, because I don't make use of big words. because big words only for theory. This is practical. And after that, children can uh, have a time, particular time in the school also, so that child can discuss certain matters with the mates, classmates. Many a times they are not getting time only because the continuously classes, one after another periods are going. When the child is not given few minutes also to talk to the companion who is sitting next to, because people are told don't talk, only what we say don't, they will do more. You tell them to do more the things, they don't, they come to the don'ts. Okay, so always negativity we should remove and positivity we should be filled in. So I hope some ideas all got with this. And uh, more than that,
Absolutely.
theory portions I have a lot, but I don't say, because what I have followed in the school and I have made the children learn well. And even the considered the children who good for nothing, those who have gone to the top level today, we have given only this. And more than everything, I have told them, in the school I am taking the place of your parents as well as teacher. Both roles I am playing. I always tell the children. And I ask the parents, at home, you play the role of a parent, and you are also a teacher. Don't forget. That one I advise always all the parents. So when we do this way, we will be complementary to each other, and the next supplementary things also will come, so that we can implement the good things in children, so that children don't lose concentration.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
sir. So I think, sir, you presented some very simple and effective practical tips that can be applied, and we can see how things can change. Because I really love the point where you mentioned that happiness is that is what all matters. Because if my mind is happy, my soul is happy, and my body is also happy. If I'm eating right, sleeping, going to my washrooms on time, and having all the sleep pattern, everything is on time, automatically my body feels happy, and it subsequently makes my mind
Yeah.
happy too. And when I have a teacher who
Yeah.
talks something about some fun element, make things look simpler, rather than, as you said, she starts in a low tone rather than just bombarding it with a high pitched tone and saying, come on, sit down, this is going to come in exam. Rather, she brings out something very interesting that we are, as students, are going to learn. Automatically you start focusing, and when your focus is at peak, you start concentrating. So this is what is needed, and this goes with everyone, each one of us also. Even today when I'm at work, I need to focus on certain things so that I can give better results. And if my thoughts are not aligned, how will I do this? So I think, my dear viewers, sir has presented some very thought provoking things here, that by involving our children into small chores, giving them the right direction, teaching them the right habits, go a long way. So make small changes in the surroundings and see how things change and give better results in terms of increasing their focus. So now we move to our rapid fire round. You need to answer me in one word or a single sentence. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So these are some
Okay.
questions which we will be asking you some personal questions also here, so that our viewers get to
Sure.
know you better. So starting with my very first question, what are you proudest of?
I am proud to be a teacher.
Wonderful. What are your hopes for your children?
My hope is that every child has to go far beyond what I have reached. He has to reach far beyond the level where I feel proud of my student.
All right. For generations listening this, to this years from now, is there any wisdom you want to pass on to them?
Yes, of course. The children should watch the right things with the right interest, with the right intention, to set the things right, not to comment on the things what are not right. So focus is only on the right things. So that is what is the advice I give, because all things are there. When we go to a shop, we pick what we want, and what you pick makes
Perfect.
you a different person.
Absolutely. So, wonderful piece of advice. Moving ahead to my next question. If you could talk to a younger version of yourself, what would you say?
My younger version means,
Your own younger self, if you could go back in time and meet your own self, what you would say
yeah.
to, to yourself? Yeah.
No, I have enjoyed my younger days so well that if at all once again if I go back, once again I will enjoy with my brothers and sisters, my friends, my villagers, my all people, those my teachers once again, and I have been always happy. Even once again, that will be. I don't want to see one more heaven. Or I don't want to see one more heaven. That itself is heaven.
All right. Great. So, apart from being an educator, what else do you do when, apart from being an educationist, what else are your hobbies? What do you do in your recreational time?
Lot things.
Uh-huh.
I am involved in scouting. I am the Assistant District Commissioner of Bharat Scouts and Guides, trained advanced commissioner, and I am the president of scouting in Udupi. Earlier, I was the vice president of Dakshin Kannada district, and even I take initiation with along with the children because I recently I went we went to clean one railway station on this near Udupi, and so many students from different colleges, scouts, guides, rangers, rovers, cubs, bulbuls came there, and we cleaned the whole railway station happily, and it was a fun. Along with that, I'm a member of a Rotary Club. Rotary Club of Mudbidri Temple Town. I was the earlier past president also. In the times of zonal lieutenant. Now presently I have two clubs under me in Mudbidri, and I'm rendering service in Rotary also. Near my home, there is one JB Friends Club that is created because our youth were going different ways. They were not at all united. For that to unite, we started just that club, and we started youngsters and all who were either high school, college, and even working class youngsters to come together to play cricket there. And after that, the same group who is guided to have an association like JB Friends, that is Jodi by Baba Kodi Friends, like that. And I am the honorary president of that club. But president is someone else, one youngster is there. But honorary president, being the honorary president, I motivate them to encourage the local talents of my village so that if at all one great agriculturist there is above 70 still is working in the agriculture field, we'll honor such person for his great dedication. And if at all one child has made an achievement in studies, and that child will be honored. And even KEB workers, they are sometimes not paid well, but even in rainy season, torrential rain, they climb the dangerous poles, and they repair the things and give light to all of us. Such people are always once in a way we recognize them and honor them for their great noble work. And this club is doing lot in the locality. So even during pandemic, around 804 houses we helped by giving all types of grocery, medicine, and day in and day out we worked to keep our villagers happy. So I enjoy in social work also. Uh, then I am involved in even I am a sportsman. I play cricket, volleyball, shuttle, badminton, and almost all the games. I am interested in almost all the games. I spend some time in that also. Then I enjoy gardening. I'm a singer. I daily I sing 2 to 3 songs. Without that, I don't go to sleep. So
Wow.
that hobby I have. Yeah.
Great.
Like that. Uh, though I stay here alone, my family is 60 kilometers away. They are asking me every time, "You are alone there. What are you doing? Are you not feeling bored?" No, not at all. I say they are
Mhm.
wondering. They are wondering how come. But I manage the time either reading some books. I have my own library, around more than 2000 books I have in my library, wonderful books. And along with that, I sing. And sometimes I think something what I can do something interesting tomorrow. I plan the things for that, and I coin some important, wonderful messages so that my students who are all scattered now, studying or they are working somewhere, and from me they are expecting every day one special message which motivates them. I am creating some motivating messages, and I send to six to nearly 5 to 6 thousand children, students, and even well-wishers, so that they too get motivated every day. And even several times I have got prizes also, uh, in highest viewers in that status, because my status is watched by so many children, because there will be some motivational thoughts, and uh, that I enjoy, because I want my surrounding people and the people of my nation were all coming into contact with me. They too should be happy, not alone myself. I cannot be alone on my own. If they are all happy, they will give me some good messages, that happy messages. At that time my life also will be happy, and in that the total contribution is that our area will become very good place to live in, and as well as our country also will be a wonderful place to live in, where we can feel proud of.
Wonderful, sir. So there are, you are a multifaceted personality, and I'm sure my viewers must have gazed it till now. So this was Vincent, sir, on our show, and I hope that this session was informative, engaging, and thought-provoking too. So to all my dear viewers, stay tuned. This was Vincent, sir, for with us today, and we are very, very honored for the time that he gave us and shares his wise word of wisdom with us. We hope that his world resonates far and wide in the world of education. Thank you so much for your time, and dear viewers, stay tuned as we bring in educators from across the world sharing their journey and insight. Till then, do subscribe to the channel, share, and like. Thank you so much, Vincent, sir, for your time today. I'm sure that you enjoyed the session with us, and it was really proud to have you with us.
Thank you, thank you,